Hey guys, this is Nathan, and welcome back to the Unbound realm. So, today is finally the day we are doing the cattle drive, because that is basically what this looks like. So yes, it is finally time to get all of this livestock up onto the mountain, because I really want to get that inn and tavern finished and get our, almost get this town finished. So I am really looking forward to that. So yeah, this is kind of a pain because I need to be able to see what is going on, but it is really hard to ride a horse backwards. Oh, this is great. But yes, look at all those cows and sheep. And so yeah, I've already set up a pen. Oh, and I lost one. But I've already set up a pen up on the mountain, and it looks like I'm probably going to have to come back and get some stragglers. So yeah, I'm going to get these guys transferred up onto the mountain, and once I get that done, I'll come back and we will start planning out the layout and design for our inn and tavern. So I think one of the very first things that I'm going to do here is we are going to get rid of this AFK Fisher, because yeah, I have not used it since the very beginning when I first built it, and it just doesn't feel right having it. So I think we're just going to get rid of it and call things good here. So we'll be able to recover all of these resources, and let's go ahead and just place a bit of dirt there to get rid of that water, because we don't need that anymore. And yeah, eventually I'll come back in here and remove some of this other stuff, but we still have our two fishing rods here, both with oh well, this one has Curse of Vanishing as well, but Luck of the Sea 3 and Lure 3, Mending and Unbreaking 3 on both of those. And so that is really nice. But I am going to grab the stuff that did not come from fishing out of there. And yeah. So this little area, I'm not sure if we're going to keep it here or not, because I'm kind of feeling like we're going to want to have a cellar or something like that in the tavern. So the tavern is where we are going to be storing a lot of our food items, but the other thing, I would kind of like to make a little thing here that we come into the tavern, we press a button, we get a potion thrown at us, maybe a piece of steak and a baked potato, and a pumpkin pie or something like that, or some cookies, or, let's just make a meal out of it, and you press one button and that's your order. But we are going to be setting up that tavern and inn over here. And like I said, I would like to kind of keep a little bit of an open square here. But one of the first things that I think I'm going to do because of that, we have this 3-wide trench of water that has been here for quite some time, so that we could have a water source without running down to the river or the ocean over here. So I think what I'm going to do right in the center of the town square here, basically, is I am going to make a well. So I need to figure out what I want that to look like, and I'm pretty sure that we could probably do the easy new wells where you just put stairs in a square and waterlog them all. But really that doesn't quite feel the realism that I'm going for with the rest of this stuff. So I kind of want to sink a hole and have it filled with water, and we can try to figure out a shape that will work. But yeah, it's going to take me a bit to get that figured out, and also I've got to make sure that I have a large enough water source that we can still have an infinite spring. So yes, this is going to take me a little bit to figure out, and I'll come back and we'll take a look at that and then start laying out our inn and tavern. So it's a well. It very much looks like a well, but it is It's small and functional. It's got a little bit of detail. I don't know if there's any way that I can really improve it though. But so I do have a grindstone upside down here, and I guess we could look at that one of two ways. This could either be the rope, the spool of rope that is raising and lowering the bucket, or it could be the bucket itself, because I do have a bit of dark oak up inside of here that could also be like a dark rope, not like the nice clean rope here, because this rope keeps going in the water and it's got mildew growing on it or whatever. But so then I just put an oak roof on this, so it does kind of stand out from everything else, because yeah, everything else in this village has a dark oak roof, and then here we have this one with a regular oak roof. I added a few trapdoors along the edge, just to kind of help cover up these stone walls that I have here. But down inside, we can look down in there. We can't get into it because of the grindstone, but we can see there's water down here. And it's a little ways down from the surface, as a well would actually be. The biggest problem that I've always seen with Minecraft wells is they always put the water up at the surface or even above the surface, which does not happen in real life. In all actuality, this water level should be about 8 blocks below me, but I can't reach that far with a bucket, so in order to keep it functional, we're putting it here. Now, I did have to put a fence post here because of the way that water mechanics work. Without a block underneath the water, sources don't spread. But you can see we can pick up a water block there, or a water bucket there, and then we can pick up another one, and we can pick up another one, and yeah, I don't want to do that. And so yes, this is a fully functional infinite source water well, and yeah, it works very nicely. As I said, could possibly be improved a little, but I will go ahead and take this path and wrap it all the way around all 4 sides of this. And so this will become the center point of the town, or fairly close to it. So the barn, they can come out here and get water now for the animals. And the blacksmith over here, he can go get water for his quenching tank. And the baker can go get water for making the dough. And the various houses in the area can go down to the well to get water for washing and whatever else they may need it for. So yes, I am very pleased with that little detail being added in. It's often a detail that is overlooked when especially medieval villages are built. So yes, very happy about having this done. Looks like we need to sleep, and I am so happy about having shulker boxes and an ender chest and all of that stuff now. Yeah, that is awesome. So yeah, let's go ahead and just pick that back up again, and let's start laying this out. So we want to have a decent distance between the well and the tavern, just like we have over here. So it looks like we have about 6 blocks in front of it there. And so if we go out 6 blocks over here, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that would be the leading edge of the tavern. Now the problem with this is we're on a slope. Now we could make that work, but I may want to just kind of shape the area a little bit more, or we could do something like I've been doing over in Techtopia and actually have, yeah, actually that sounds like a great idea. So I was thinking to have a cellar for the food storage, and so I think what we can do is we'll kind of flatten this edge off. We'll have a wall, and the path will come down alongside in between my house and the tavern, and there will be an entrance into the cellar from there. So we are going to bring the rest of this up a little ways. So we have down to this level here, we are 4 blocks below the surface there. So if we bring this out, the level here at the blacksmith, bring it out and make the tavern at that height, we would have plenty of room for the cellar entrance, or we could bring it out and then have the cellar entrance go slightly downward. I think that might actually work better, so that we could have the tavern at the same height as the well. I think that sounds a little bit better. We're going to have to kind of make this a bit of an L-shaped building. Now, we want to be fairly close to the blacksmith, but not terribly close. So I'm just going to make a rough shape. No counting, no nothing like that. We'll just try to keep some straight lines here. And actually, I think we'll want to go a little bit further than that. So we'll come down to about here, just to give us a little more room around the blacksmith. Then we'll come over about somewhere in here, come back over here, and we're going to want this to be a fairly large area. So one thing that I didn't do in the Tavern and Inn in Techtopia was to put a fireplace. So I want to have a fireplace over here on this side. So this will be kind of the great room area here. So this would be where people would come, travelers would come in and sit next to the fire and warm up. You know, there'd be tables and chairs and nice seating and things like that. And then on the other side over here, I think we are going to be putting like the bar and where the drinks are going to be. We'll have to have a kitchen somewhere, and I think, yep, that's in line with that one. So that should be fine. We're still not too close to the beach that we can't make things work there. And then up here on this area, this part of it here, and actually I think we want to be a little bit further over here. Yeah, I think we're going to have to change this just a little. We'll move over to here. And so then that's going to change things here a little bit. We want to make sure that there's room for the path to go down along there. So I think we're going to go over to here. And yeah, something like that. So it's actually going to be a bit of an odd shape. But we'll have the great room over here. You know, kind of a reception for the inn. And then I think over in this area, we will put the kitchen for the tavern. So I think that'll work very good. I'm going to have to do a little bit of designing in creative and also do a little bit of shaping to the ground here because yes, this area is too high, that area is too low. We've got to make our flat wall area. And then we'll have to start with building up the foundation on that side where the foundation will be exposed, and then we'll start moving upwards from there. And also somewhere we'll have to have stairs going up to the upper floor because the bedrooms for the tavern will be on the upper floor. So this building is going to be a fairly large one. It's kind of going to dwarf most of the rest of the buildings in the town with the exception of the barn. And one other thing that I think is really nice about this layout is the barn here, or the stable, is where, you know, you would come up to the front of the tavern. There'd be a stable boy here waiting to take travelers' horses. He'd just take them right over to the stable, you know, bed them down, brush them down, give them their feed and water and things like that. And then when the traveler is ready to leave, he'd just go over, grab the horse, bring it back, and they'd be ready to go. So yeah, I think that is just a great little touch. Everything is really nice and close here, and it logically makes sense the way that this is laid out. So yeah, I've got a lot of stuff to try to figure out here. Try to get some of this terrain shaped down and get the design finalized for what I want to do with this. And I will see you guys in a little bit. Well, I just got done with the Sunday live stream a little while ago, and my God, did we get a lot accomplished. So, we built another house. That in and of itself is a pretty good accomplishment. But then we got villagers moved into all of these various houses now. So yes, we now have our villagers here, and I don't know why you are sleeping in the crib. Whatever. But so yes, we have our various villagers around here, and that is kind of nice. So this guy, he does not currently have any way to refresh his trade, and we may try to get that fixed eventually, but right now it's not really that big of a deal. But yeah, in this house over here, we got ourselves a farmer, and I believe our mending villager? No, unbreaking 3. So yes, unbreaking 3 and a farmer. So yes, you can see we can turn potatoes or wheat into emeralds very easily. I've also bought a few pumpkin pies from him that we'll be able to use in the tavern. So that's nice. You know, we will actually be able to utilize a little bit of our villagers for various things. But then I decided I would start doing a little bit of trading with this guy up here because I hadn't traded with him at all. And his initial trade was 15 coal for an emerald. I thought that was pretty good. And so I traded a bunch of coal with him. I think I traded a little over a stack of coal blocks with him. And by that point, he had leveled up twice. And we got this. Diamond hoe for 1 emerald. Now, during the live stream, we made this hoe here, Unbreaking 3, mending. Yes, a diamond hoe with mending. Because we actually completed the serious dedication. Whoops, that's not the right one. The serious dedication advancement. And that is to completely use up a diamond hoe and then reevaluate your life choices. But so with this guy here, 1 emerald, 1 diamond hoe, 2 diamond hoes, 3, oh, and then he runs out. But yes, 1 emerald for a diamond hoe. So yes, that is really nice. I was trying to get some enchanting done. Unfortunately, I ran out of levels, so yeah, that didn't work out so good. But yes, then the other thing that we did, you can see we have a tree here, and then we got a path around the well here, and I just noticed that is a bit of a problem. I may have to change that path block for something else because I can see down into the well there. But yes, then another thing that I did, and this is something that I should have been doing before, was to go around and place grass on some of the coarse dirt. Just kind of gives it a little bit more of an overgrown feel because this place really has an overgrown feel. So yes, it is really starting to look amazing. When we fly in on this, it looks amazing. But then also we did a little bit of work on the farms out here, and I found out fortune on potatoes? Yes, please. 5 potatoes. How about let's do that again? Oh, wait, we got another 5? Oh, wow. Well, let's do that again. Oh, another 5? Sure. So, yes, fortune on your potatoes. Absolutely. Use it. It does not take any durability off of the tool. And that was actually why I was enchanting the hoe. I was actually hoping to get Fortune 3, a Fortune 3 book, to put onto my diamond hoe. So I will be continuing to try to do that. And I'll probably, what I'll do is I will take these new diamond hoes that I just traded for and enchant them and just see what type of enchantments we can actually get on a hoe. Because I know most people would never even dream of enchanting a hoe, let alone trading for a diamond hoe. So yes, this is very impressive. So we harvested, what, 3 rows? 4 rows. We harvested 4 rows. They weren't all grown, and we got 3 1/4 stacks of potatoes. Yes, very nice. So that is going to give us tons of potatoes, tons of carrots. Now, unfortunately, with the beetroot, I thought I saw a wandering trader. But unfortunately, with the beetroot, the fortune gives you extra seeds and 1 beetroot. And I would assume, I didn't try it, but I would assume that is true here on the wheat as well. So we got 3. Yeah, that gave me, like, what, 4 or 5? I don't know. Went from 7, that was 6 seeds off of that. So yes, fortune on wheat will give you a lot of seeds as well. So yes, the drop that needs, or that can have multiples on the drop is the one that fortune is going to affect. And that's why it works with potatoes and carrots, because they actually are the multiple drop. But you can see I got 18 wheat and 61 seeds. What in the heck are we gonna... I think what we're gonna have to do with that is start doing some composting again. But yes, lots and lots of stuff that we got taken care of. And actually, I think I may try to see if we can trade with our farmer here. Because, yeah, he does refresh his trade off of these... No! No! No, you stay up there. And I forgot to break this. So, get back upstairs. Back upstairs. Go back upstairs. No, no. Up the ladder. How did you even get down? I am thoroughly confused. Anyway, yeah, he definitely wants some potatoes, so I will definitely trade some potatoes with him. So, yeah, that actually used up every bit of our potatoes. Let's go ahead and block the door until we get him back upstairs, because I am really concerned. Oh, he leveled up, so suspicious, Stu. Ew. Well, we'll see what he gets on his next level, because Suspicious Stew, I would say, is probably not going to be a thing that I want. But anyway you look at it, I mean, he does have this down here, but he could go out the door, and I don't really like that idea. So, can you please just go back up the ladder? Thank you. Stay up there. Jeez. What is your problem, dude? So, yes. That is what we've got going on here. And I am very happy with how things have gone here. So, yeah, the world is looking very nice. And I said we were going to do a flyby here. Night will be coming soon. So let's head out in this direction towards the mountain. Because this is probably one of the best views at the moment of coming into the village. So look at that. I mean, it looks like a village. Very nice. Now, I kind of feel like we could put a tree right there in between the granary and the farmhouse here. But another thing, I started putting vines on some of these houses just because we were running out of room. And, you know, sometimes the bushes kind of look like they're trying to crawl up the buildings. And so vines kind of make sense. But unfortunately, vines spread sideways, so I may have to use some string to take care of a little of that. But anyway, back over here at our tavern and inn. So we did absolutely no work on this during the live stream because I really wanted you guys to see it here in the episode. So I did do a whole bunch of experimentation in creative, and I think I found the design that I want to use. So yes, I do not have an ender chest on me anymore. I have one ender chest out in the villager breeder, I have one in my house, and now I have one down in the spider spawner. So yes, I need to go and get a couple more eyes of ender made, because I don't think I have any ender pearls up here. I'll get a couple more ender chests and I'll see you guys in a little bit. So, I have the stuff all gathered together here, and I don't think we're going to be running out of ender chests ever again. And I realized I had some ender pearls in my ender chest, so yeah. But we have a whole bunch more ender chests ready to go, and we can just start putting those wherever we need to put them. But we have a big problem with this design, and that is that we are going to need a lot more smooth stone than this. So I'm probably going to have to spend a little time down at the smooth stone generator. But I figured I would start going through this and show you guys what I've got in mind. So we're going to be putting some stone brick stairs on a lot of these locations like this. And yeah, we kind of have to be careful on where we all put these, because if we put one here, yeah, that will not work. But so yes, we're going to have that. Then we are going to grab a little bit of gray stained glass. So yeah, so rather What? Oh, wait a minute. That is not the right location for that. That is supposed to go right here. And then next to it here, we are going to be putting regular stone bricks. So we'll have those. And then I guess we need to grab a little bit more stuff out of the purple box here. So let's grab some more of the smooth stone here. And we are going to place this across this part. Now I wish that we had a stair for this, but it'll work. You know, we will make it work. So that is going to be the basic lower floor window section. We are also going to use this for the door over here, just without this down here. And then we're actually going to put an upside down stone brick stair above it. Now, one advantage to using the stone bricks for this is we have our variants here, wrong box, of our mossy stone brick and our cracked stone brick. And so we have a little bit of options for kind of doing a little bit of texturing to this. And so that is going to make me rather happy. Now, along the edge here, originally I had laid this out a little differently, and I have decided to do it quite a bit different than I have now. So we are going to need a lot of dark oak logs. So that is, yeah, I've got a bit, but I'm probably going to need more. And if anything, I'm going to go down to the dark oak forest down here and start cutting the path through there and maybe replant the forest where we had the forest fire. But yeah, we're going to be putting some stairs here like this, and then we are going to have a very large beam here. So this is going to be a very heavy section of wood in the corners of this. And then up here, directly above that, we are going to place a stair. And, or no, not there, right here. We are going to place a stair. And then this, we are actually going to do just like we would in most other things like this and come out of the side here. So that is going to have there, and then we'll go with another one of these coming off of that. And then what we'll do here is we're actually going to place these facing the other direction, and I forgot to grab, I forgot which box I'm going for, and I forgot to grab these slabs. So we're going to put slabs there like that, and then we are going to grab some regular oak fences and connect between these with those. So this is the way that the lower floor is going to be. Oh, whoops, wrong spot. It goes in here. Even though right there doesn't look terrible either. I'll see what that looks like with these here as well, because it is kind of a lot of dark oak showing. So that kind of breaks things up a little. I actually kind of like that. So yeah, we'll see how that looks. But yeah, you can see a lot of depth here. The wall is actually, if you go from the outer edge of this to the inside, the wall is 3 blocks thick. Very thick walls. And so I need to wrap this all the way around. Areas like this are not going to have windows. This area we are coming through, you can see, at an angle into the great room. And then back here, we are going to be putting our fireplace across here. So the fireplace is going to be rather wide. It's going to kind of jut out into the room a little bit too. So yes, that is going to be a thing. So there is a lot of building to be done here. And oddly enough, not a lot of windows that are going to be going into this thing. And then of course we have our space for our kitchen back here. We're going to put the stairs going up into the upper floor in this area. And so then you come in the door and you'll be looking at the stairs. Right over here, we will put a safe villager that will be acting as an innkeeper. And then I want to say in this corner, we will be placing a bar, and we will be putting a safe spot for villager there as well. And yes, like I said, I really want to have that push a button and it dispenses food into your inventory. I really like that idea. And that will be made even better with 1.15's honey bottles, because we can just say that that honey is mead, because mead is made from honey anyway. So yeah. And I wonder if we're actually going to get something like that. But I have a pretty good feeling we're going to be getting candles too now, which would be very nice, because one of the main uses for beeswax is candles. I so want to have candles. So, we have our lanterns. Let's have lanterns hanging from the ceiling, and then candles able to be placed on tables or stuck on the wall or something like that. Oh, that would make me so happy. But yes, I have a lot of stuff to build here. I've got to do a little bit to figure out what I'm doing down this edge too, because I haven't quite figured that out either. So, yep, I will get to it, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. Well, I have been doing a lot of work in between clips. Been doing a bunch of mob grinding, and yeah, I finally managed to get a Fortune 3 book, and I found out that you cannot put that on a hoe. So that makes me really sad. But we do have our Unbreaking 3 Mending Diamond Hoe. Now, in that time, I have also determined that hoes only get enchanted with Unbreaking 3. So, yeah, Unbreaking is the only enchantment that will naturally come onto a hoe. So that kind of stinks, but I guess we can use our axe to get that fortune effect on our crops, which I don't mind that at all. We can use the axe and it doesn't bother me at all. Okay, you are locked up on that. We'll leave you alone then. But yes, the big thing that I've been working on is, of course, the tavern. And I've got the lower floor done. Well, at least the outer frame is done. And so, yes, we have the great room over here. We have the kitchen is going to be back behind here. And actually, if we pop through here, this is very much unfinished back here at the moment. But that's fine. We'll get there eventually. And then we have the stairs leading up here to the second floor. Now, there will be a third floor to this, but I'm not sure where I'm going to put the stairs going up to the third floor yet. They need to be somewhere right around this area. But yes, this is what we've got. I've also kind of figured out how the side is over here. And this definitely feels reinforced, and that's what I want it to feel like. So we've got, after doing it for a little while, I found out that these extra fence posts along the edge really look nice. And then I added some cobblestone walls down these longer areas, and they actually show up everywhere along here, because even at ground level, you can see they are there. So yes, we've got all of that figured out, and we'll be able to punch a hole through one of these for the door into the cellar. And yes, that is where we're at right now. But unfortunately, I am out of time for today, so I'm going to say thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, be sure to give a thumbs up. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. If you have any thoughts about things I could be working on here in the Unbound realm or in Techtopia, be sure to leave that down in the comments, and I will see you next time. Bye.